to make sure that happens, like these like plant, for example, it has like one flower a day.
One of these.
Yes, because for example here, this one was pollinated like the day before yesterday. This one was pollinated like yesterday, today, tomorrow, the day after, and continues like that until like complete the circle. You see, that's why they have like different sizes. So that way, you know, might be a hummingbird came from that corner today, take the pollen in that direction. Tomorrow might be from there. And the day after, you know, because the pollen's all like spread out in all different directions.
I see them inside.
Yep, they're inside. So this is a strangler fig that wrapped itself around a tree over many, many years, strangled the tree decomposed, and now it's hollow inside. Oh, and we have some of the Keebler family here. The Keebler family.
The keeper.
Yes, in England, do you have Keebler cookies?
No.
They're elves. They're elves and they live in a tree.
All right.
And they make fig Newtons and all kinds of things.
Condo, you know, for a lot of nocturnal creatures, bats, owls, raccoons, possums, all kinds of things can be found in there, like a free house. But I mentioned earlier at the beginning, in nature, nothing is free. You know, the trees benefit when a lot of animal lives in there because the animals poop inside of the trees.
Yeah.
It's like fertilizers. Free food for the trees, free house for the animals.
Yeah.
Strangler fig. Belly button.
Yeah.
That's the English one. And we might have some see a bush here with more of those, but this one doesn't have just one.
So check out all the flowers. So up in that tree there's at least 3 turkeys. They're called crested guan, and through the spotting scope I didn't realize they were that big.
Yeah, like me, I did it. Yes, and then they learned we don't hurt them anymore. Because we don't hurt them, they don't mind sitting right there just...
Yeah, they haven't got that fear.
Yeah, a lot of birds is like, take my left, take my right. You know?
That's the crested guan.
Crested guan. You ready?
I am ready. So when the beak of the hummingbird goes in, you see that tongue come down and it touches the beak and it's got the pollen on it, and that is what pollinates from plant to plant. That's pretty amazing. Thanks, Koki.
Mucho gusto. Yeah, it's called white-eared ground sparrows.
It's beautiful when you actually see them.
Yes. And you see what he's doing, like...
And so is he looking for food?
Yeah, he's looking for insects underneath, like grubs, you know, like...
Uh-huh.
Yeah, when you walk through here, sometimes it sounds like a little animal walking through there. But it's them like...
Yeah.
You see how they throw the leaves up? And we have another bird here, it's called leaf pelter. Right, that they covered with bromeliads.
Yeah.
Bromeliads is also known as like water tanks. You know, when it rains, it holds lots of water in there, and it forms like a natural ponds in it.
Yeah.
And depends how big the plant it is, there's a lots of water in it. There's a lot of our froggies, you know, like frogs, the tree frogs, they live in there. Have the babies in there, the tadpoles. Larvae of like dragonfly larvae, all that kind of larvae. In the daytime, like insects like caterpillars, beetles, grasshoppers, it goes and hide in there. And monkeys eat everything. Because for a monkey, like the white-faced monkey, a bromeliad is like a buffet.
Oh, it gets everything.
All right.
Yeah, they pull.
So then, Koki, did they also put the bromeliads on all these trees, or the bromeliads are natural?
Natural. They've been put in like orchids in it.
Okay.
And there's a little hummingbird sitting right here.
Yep. Right. There's the hummingbird.
Yes. Yeah, there's a few orchids there in bloom right there. The yellow ones. There's the white ones.
So there's an orchid in bloom, and there's another one up here. That's pretty cool to see them in nature.
Odontoglossums.
They're seeing something in there. I don't know if they've seen a snake.
Yeah,
Probably.
that sounds like a warning.
Yes, you see the little warbler on,
Yeah.
on a yellow with a black hood?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a beautiful one. It's called Wilson's warbler.
And so they were common bush tanagers, and what are they called now?
Common Chlorus pingus. Yeah. Hello, bear. Hello, dudies.
It's so gross.
Look at those flowers.
So those flowers look like a chandelier?
Yeah. See?
Uh-huh. Is that their name?
No, this is the name of these
And
vines.
there's a fly out on the end of that one, or a wasp or something. Oh, he just flew right here.
Yes. There's a vine. You can see it's growing all over here.
Uh-huh.
Those are the flowers, and those are actually the seed pods when they develop them.
That's the same one?
Yeah.
Wow.
And you don't want to touch those. You don't want to touch those seed pods
And why is that?
because they have an incredible sharp hairs on the outside, which is worse than a cactus.
Really?
Yeah, it's like fiberglass. When you get a piece in your skin, you can feel you have it in there, but you don't see it.
Wow.
Yeah, this is in the same family as beans. It's a legume,
That very furry pod thing that is very sharp needles like a cactus is related to the bean, and it has 4 or 5 of these inside of it. Pretty incredible what nature does. A yellow-faced what? Grass quit.
Yeah, it's kind of Indian. It has beautiful markings, yeah, on the face. And that's a male. She's all green.
Wow.
You gonna try and get a close-up camera? Okay. Because I'm probably gonna scare him away.
Okay, you go for it.
I know this plant as a nightshade, and I know that the flowers are poisonous if you eat them, because at my house in California I have one. And over here is, I don't know if it's a Heliconia or not. I don't believe it is, but those are leaves and not flowers out on the end of it. This is kind of interesting how this tree here is the host for this other one, and you see how it has a root coming all the way down to the base and into the ground. It kind of looks like that tree started at that height. Oh, look at the big bromeliads up inside. It's interesting how these things just start. Like right in the middle of the tree, you've got all the roots coming down from underneath it, but yet it is growing towards the sky and ever searching for light.
This one is a family of Potassium. Potassium, there's a fruit in the markets you can buy, looks like an avocado about this big around. It's brown, but it's pinkish and inside and tastes like sweet, like papaya. But this one here produces a zapotes like this big. And the nocturnal creatures like kinkajous or olingos love those little fruits on them.
There's the pathway. Pretty incredible. It is pretty dense. This looks like maybe a big stump coming up.
Back in the 50s, when the Quakers came down here, they cut a lot of these. The green gun, when they're green, they're not ready yet.
It's taking its time.
But for plants and trees, what botanists says, to produce pigment, you know, color like the orange, same as chlorophyll, like the green of leaves, takes a lot of energies. And so to save energies, what the tree does, like this one here, is produce that orange, that color once. You know, and every season when they need it, they set up the color on a place they're not going to lose the color. They put the orange on the stems, not in the berries. When the berries are gone, and these ones are almost gone, the color stays here on the stems. From the tips, and this one already started, the pigment of the color actually it disappears.
Yeah.
Those are called bird nest ferns. Take a mighty big bird, maybe an ostrich. Pretty incredible up here in Monteverde cloud forest. So this one's in the coffee family.
Yes.
So wild grown Costa Rican coffee. Maybe if I liked coffee, I might take it home. There's a coati. It's a relative of the raccoon. Obviously, he's fairly used to people. Pretty neat. Look at that big old tail. Now, do they use their tail for climbing?
No, balance, just for balance.
Okay, so the tail is just for balance. But he's rummaging. Probably we're underneath the thing called an avocado tree, so maybe he's getting avocados. I don't know. But he's having fun. Look at him.
They eat everything.
Here in Monteverde, I'm at the Heliconia Reserve. That's what I've been hiking through today. I'll show you more videos as we go. Check him out. Here's a coati mundi. He's moving away from me. I probably got too close to him. But he's just rummaging here on the floor. Under the big canopy, these trees are really tall, reaching for the sun. The coati mundi is down here on the ground. If you're liking this stuff, follow me, Cousin Jim. Oh, I scared him, he scared me. There he is. It looks like a little capybara. You see him out there? Pretty cool. Don't know what he is, but I scared him. His name was a chuti or something like that. I scared him. He scared me. There, he's looking. He's looking at me. Be quiet. So this windbreak is man-made, planted here just 7 or 8 years ago. Look at the growth it gets because of the wet environment. He says that tree's in the family of the sunflower or the daisy. Look at all the orchids.